Wait. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Hold on. Shalom, beloved family. It's your girl, Sophia Spiritualite. We're here for our daily prayer and reading. Of course, we meet every day at that morning Sassur. We say a prayer, we read a psalm, and then we do a 3-card reading to see what messages we can receive from the Most High and from the angels. So without further ado, all praise, all glory, and all honor go to the Most High, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, Enoch, Moses, Noah, and Solomon. We thank you for another day to have labored in the vineyard. We ask for permission to speak with the angels for just a few moments so that we can get a message that will allow us to be of better service to you and to the kingdom. To the Holy Mother, we thank you for always being with us. We thank you for guiding us, and we thank you for walking with us on the path of life. O Divine Mother, illumine me with divine wisdom. Vivify me with divine life and purify me with divine love, that in all I think and say and do, I may be more and more thy child. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahushua and the perfect example he set of how to both climb the tree of life and conquer the tree of death. And to the angels, to our personal guardian angels, to the archangels, to the council of 9, to the council of 12, to the council of 24, to the 24 elders, to the 42-letter name of the Most High, to the 72-letter name of the Most High, to the council of the 144,000, to the 216 angels on the tree of life, and to all the angels whose names we know and the ones whose names we do not know. We ask that you come and be with us for just a few moments. Give us a message that will allow us to be of better service to the Most High and the kingdom. All right, let's read Psalm 16. Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, Thou art my Lord, my goodness extendeth not to thee, but to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Their sorrow shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. The lines are fallen into me in pleasant places. Yea, I have goodly heritage. I will bless the Lord who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, my glory rejoiceth, my flesh also shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine holy one to see corruption. Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Selah. All right, so let's look here at our nighttime deck, of course. We've got our Rota Mundi deck, and it's an advanced deck simply because of the heavy Kabbalistic themes, make it a little bit tough for people who don't already have some familiarity with the Kabbalah, which you would have by now, because the blessing of the Sifrit directly is correlates with the tree of life, which is all Kabbalah. So anyway, if you are interested, you can head on over to fruitsandspirit.com, leave us your email address, and you'll get a coupon for 10% off of your physical orders, and $5 off our upcoming courses. So, without further ado, all praise, glory, and honor goes to the Most High, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We again ask for permission to speak with the angels for just a few moments so that we can get a message that will help us be of better service to you and to the kingdom. To the earthly mother, we say thank you for always being with us. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahushua and the perfect example that he set. And of course, to the angels whom we've already called in, here we go. Come on now. We ask that you give us a message that's clear, that's easy for us to understand, and that's even easier for us to apply, and that is right on time. And when you fulfill the covenant, we, of course, will let the Most High know so that you are given credit for all of your hard work. We thank you tremendously for everything that you do and everything that, we are trying. We are trying our best to be better clients, and we know that that is being recognized in heaven. So again, we just say thank you for your tireless effort. That's one card that fell out. Work and service to us and the kingdom. I'm going to pick it up in a second. All right, let's see what fell. Now remember, this morning we had 3 swords. 3 swords cards. 1 card fell. And it is the 6 of Cups, the House of Wisdom. Of course, that is us. We are the house. We are the Philosopher's Stone. We're building our Philosopher's Stone within us. Our next card is up. Yahweh Shai shows up. All praises to the Most High. That's the Knight of Swords. Always shows up for us as Yahweh Shai. And the 7 of Swords, which is guaranteed success. So our cards 6 and 7 add up to 13. 13 children. 13 children. So this is a really good reading. 13 children, 12 tribes, right? Let's look in this book. Let me remember to do this. Oh. There we go. So first, let's start with the 6 of Cups. Let's see what we can get from here. We might have to use the other book too. Oh wait, we'll go back. Oh, we have 2 cups. Okay, that's interesting. The 6 of Cups is labeled House of Wisdom and refers to the spirit of wisdom indwelling and initiate. The house is the temple of the Holy Spirit that dwells within the initiate. The black birds with arrows on the outside represent sin and death being locked out. Just like if you locked up your star, I would like to point out that I actually did that, locking up the star. Holy Father, that is, I am very excited to do the one where we actually get our star back. I don't think my star was necessarily taken, but I just know that just to reconnect with my star, yeah, that's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that. All right, so inside on the left, the microcosm represented inside on the left. The microcosm represented as the father, mother, and child. The old man on the right represents wisdom, which is depicted as a man because she is a mirror of God and represents his attributes. Wisdom sits in the holiest of holies, and there's no veil to it because it was torn down at Christ's crucifixion, giving the seeker direct access to the secrets of God. Okay, that's a point that we should really talk about at some time. In the vessel, because the other day, Brother Levi was talking about how you couldn't look upon the light in this particular situation because it would, you go blind. And now that the veil has been ripped, that's the reason why a lot of this information doesn't have to be coded into a Bible. We can be taught directly from the angels, whereas that's pretty much how it was before, but because they were so sinful, it was kind of like given and taken away, right? At the top is an alchemical symbol known as a squared circle. It represents the microcosm and macrocosm, symbolized by a smaller circle within a larger one. This is also the microcosm in here. I know you guys can't see it, but this particular drawing, those colors on the yeah, you can see it. The colors on the circle are the actual currents that the pattern the water takes around the planet. And this is a topographical view. Well, how did he describe it? This is actually that chestahedron shape, that heart shape, expressed in circles. So like it's which this particular shape is the top view of the chestahedron. And this is that same shape but expressed in interlocking circles. And the man who found this particular shape, he actually made a physical one where it has the 7 circles actually intertwined to each other. Is really cool, interesting to look at. But yeah, this is a representation of the macrocosm and the microcosm as well. And this particular shape also shows you how to square the circle from the inside. Because most of the time when they square the circle, they do it from the outside. What does that mean? They um okay, so remember, or maybe you don't know. I shouldn't say remember. Let me put this down. Let me try not to go on about this too long. So the whole point of the squaring of the circle is taking an inorganic object, a square, and making it into an organic object, which is a circle. So when you square the circle, you're building an organic object from the structure of an inorganic object. And most time when people go to square the circle, they actually do it from the outside. What does that mean? It means that they draw the square first and then they draw the circle. But there's a way that you can draw the circle first and then draw the square. And that goes into like, so for people like who are wondering like stuff that they could do, that's more of sacred geometry. Anybody has a pen and a paper, and you can get a I have two of them, but a protractor, and draw squares and circles, and then you will understand it, because trying to explain it to you is not the same as you trying to literally square the circle yourself. Like, it's very difficult, but what when you're able to do it, it's so Leonardo da Vinci's drawing of man or whatever, that's squaring the circle, but he did it from the outside. And so what this does is show you how to do it from the inside. So, oh, the only way out is in, as opposed to looking for someone to come and save you. You can save yourself. And so when you understand that concept, those things start to make more sense. But it is a very like advanced concept, because you literally have to draw stuff like this. Here's I made this a long time ago. It's kind of beat up, right? Kind of. But what I discovered is when I made this. Now this was in maybe 2016. It makes way more sense now to me in 2016 when I made it, or 2017 when I made it, because I didn't have an understanding. But as you can see, we have fire, wind. It's messed up, so I don't really want to. But see, I got fire there. I've got wind. I've got water, and then earth on the bottom. So this is a triangle. What kind of triangle would they call it? But it's not a icosahedron, but just a pyramid. This is a opening pyramid on the bottom. That's the actual shape. It's a pyramid that's open at exactly 33 degrees, I think. Don't quote me on that, because wait a minute, where's my protractor? I don't want to spill my coffee trying to make this point. Oh, here it is. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this is open at this is not exactly 33 degrees. It's, let me see. Oh wait, let me measure this part. This is 60, 120, 180. So it's open up 60 degrees. Anyway, I'm sorry. That's the mathematician in me, just can't help it. But anyway, it's open up to a very specific point. And then you have this shape, which is it's a kite. So these are like points on a star. like a 5-pointed star. These are points on a 5-pointed star. 3 points of the 5-pointed star that are open to a certain point, the kite face open to a certain point, and then they fit into the earth. So this is how the mother and the father come together to form us, the child, the office of the Christ. This is the actual representation of that union. And so as you can see, you have God the Father, and now I would say the Holy Ghost because I know what that is now, and then God the Son. And God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. So this is how these things, the physical and the spirit physically come together to make this union, which is us. This is our heart. And then our heart goes into our body at 33 degrees. The spirit comes in, does its thing, whoosh backs out to the earth star. So when you understand, so that is the point of, people who are saying go out here and build things. When you go out and build things and acquire knowledge, certain things that didn't make sense before will start to make sense. And I don't know what that has to do with the House of Wisdom, but I thought I would just point that out. Now let's get a more literal explanation of this Six of Cups. My bad. You know how I am. I can't help it. Especially when I get to talk about the Chestahedron, man. I love that shape. I love it. All right, so let's see. The key words here are longings, nostalgia, happy memories, renewal, shared energy, harmony with others, reunions with friends from the past, ability to manifest past expectations, serenity, spiritual communication, and loving acceptance. So that's what the Six of Cups stands for. Nostalgia. Just thinking about the good times when we were not on this planet and we could commune directly with the father and the mother without all of this nonsense we have right now, right? That's how I say it. Okay, so let's look at the Knight of Swords, and I'll open up that book too and see what it says. This is the card of swift action taken. We got swift action this morning too. Of sudden changes and the ability to move with these. The desire for adventure propels a person, we got adventure too this morning, into action with aggressive self-assurance. The person who is smart, eager, and courageous is indicated here. The mind is used with determination and incisiveness, and the success is the goal driving this energy. While the card normally is one of action, it may also indicate headstrong and chaotic activity if not properly handled. There's also an impressive new ideas in development here, and these may cause disruption with traditional points of view. And this core keywords here are swift action, sudden changes, ability and courage, self-assured. And that's the point of Yahweh Shai, is to, for again, we're supposed to be able to do greater things than he. So the confidence that he moved with, calling everybody around him basically numbskulls because they didn't understand anything. That's how we're supposed to be like, man, you don't understand how the world works at all. Let me explain it to you. Let me give you a story that you might understand, that you might can grasp, so that you can understand this point. And that's all he did, was he said things. What does this mean? We need some we don't have no understanding. It's like, oh my gosh, all right, so imagine that there's boom, 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 boom. And he goes, or even when he fed the 5,000, right? He said, didn't, and then they left from there and they went on a boat and got on the water, right? And then all of a sudden the boat is like going crazy. They're having all these problems. And he's like, Master, we're going to die. We're going to die. And he's like, didn't I just feed 5,000? They're like, yeah. He said, so what are y'all worried about? Why did you wake me? Like, I was having a good sleep, a good dream, everything. Y'all gonna wake me for this? He said, so you mean to tell me, and this is basically what he told him, so you mean to tell me the Most High is going to kill us right after we fed 5,000 people? And they're just like, yeah, because look at the water. It's like, no, think about it. If the Most High was going to kill us, why would he let us feed 5,000 people? Do you have any, like, we just did this 5 minutes ago. Like, what is wrong with y'all? And that's how we have to be. Like, if the Most High wanted to take me out, wouldn't he have taken me out by now? If the demons could take me out, wouldn't they have taken me out by? This is why you can't repeat after the Gentiles, because they're Chicken Little all the time. They're just waiting for the sky to fall on them. And so you can't talk like them. You can't be looking at major current events and saying, the sky's falling, the sky's falling, the sky's falling. When in fact, if the sky could fall, don't you think it would have fallen by now? That's just like I watched a video from Gentile yesterday. It's so funny. Suspicious Observers put out a video talking about how what the disaster cycle is going to look like and what's likely to happen and all this stuff. And I just laughed the whole time. I said, these Gentiles have no idea what can, will, should, might, whatever happen. They have no idea. They can't even explain Noah's Ark. So how the heck are they going to explain what's going to happen during this disaster cycle? How is that even possible? Me, hey, I'm already going to know how to change dimensions, so I'm not worried about it. You know, whatever happens to this earth, whatever she has to do to clean herself, please. I mean, the sooner the better, because these people are ridiculous. But it's funny because, like I said, he's just one of these people. He's got the Gentiles all a Twitter about this stuff, and I'm like, man, this nigga don't know what he talking about. He telling y'all that it's going to be this, it's going to be that. He has no idea, not even based on climate models, because we had an event happen in our star system that has never happened before on this planet. Uranus, North Node, and Mars were in conjunction at 18 degrees. Has never happened before. So anything, if you're basing your projection models on anything that has ever happened before, you cannot base your projection models on anything. Number one. Number two, this land, America, is the fourth part. It's the part that will be protected. So thinking something is going to happen here and this is not going to be the center of the world, that's X'd out too. That's not how this works. It's not how this works. This is the land flowing with milk and honey. This is the land of plenty. This is exactly how it's been preserved for us, and it's going to go back to being preserved the same way. You mean to tell me that some disaster cycle that you're projecting will happen is going to destroy this place, this land that's my inheritance? I don't think so. I don't think so. So that's why you got to be looking at these Gentiles like, what the heck is going on with y'all, man? Let's look at the I read the Knight. So I was going to pick up here to do the Seven of Swords. Let's see what this says about the Seven of Swords. And we are back on our path. We've got 1 Cups and 2 Swords. So I'm glad, but we're not grounded in any type of reality, but that's fine. We got to be out of reality right now. Seven of Swords. The 10 Sephiroths are exhibited as in man, thus God, mind, intellect, reason, memory, strength, fantasia, internal sense, external sense, and will. So again, the different attributes of Jehovah are exhibited in the Sephiroths. The Jah in Hokmah, for example, this divine wisdom, which is the word and mission sent into the world to dwell in the minds of men. The Sephiroths form the leaves of the tree, which a tetragrammaton is the trunk. So basically what he's saying is the roots in the ground are the so this is like a representation of the tree of life, right? And so the roots in the ground are the different stops on the Sephiroth. But the roots are inverted. Am I looking at this right? Yes. Okay, so in this illustration, some of the Sephiroth are on different sides of the tree, but the Sephiroth appear in the same order. The letters of the Tetragrammaton are written down the trunk of the tree. In the Tetragrammaton formula, the 7th card represents another cycle of Yod, but since the initiate has gained life experience and is able to handle challenges, success is only a matter of completing the task. Again, that's why we want Yahweh to set the example of how to climb the tree of life. Okay, wait a second. So we have here the house of wisdom, which is us. Yahweh sets the example. He goes before us, and then we climb the tree, but we just follow his example. That's what this reading is very clear. All right. The tree of the Sephiroth with its roots in heaven. That's what it means by the tree is inverted, because the roots, Malkuth, is in heaven, and we abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Wait a minute, no. The roots of the tree are in heaven. Provides opportunity for the seeker to climb the tree and return to paradise. So I need to pick up that card for a second. Hold on. Although the task of climbing the tree may not yet have begun, the initiate is provided a guaranteed path of return if he or she only chooses to embark on the journey. The seventh Sephirah is Netzach, which is victory. Let me look at this card because it's kind of hard to see from over here. Okay, so yeah, what looks like the palms on the tree is the Sephirah. And then you have the Tetragrammaton. Then those little branches on the side are the names of God. So you have Keter. Okay. Malkuth is at the bottom and Keter is at the top. But okay. This is going to be kind of weird, so I'm going to put it up close so you guys can see. All right. I want y'all to see this because you have, in those green palms, you have the entirety of all the Sephirah, right? Including Keter and including Malkuth. And then you have Malkuth also in a brown circle at the bottom, and you have Keter in the brown circle on the top with the branches. So this is a repeating cycle. And then so all along the way you have different iterations of the Most High. Those branches, those are names of the Most High. And then on the trunk of the tree is the Most High. So you have a Malkuth down here, you have a Keter down here, but you also have a Malkuth and a Keter up top. So this is also kind of like the representation of the tree of life and the tree of death, right? Because you have all the same points at the top, you have at the bottom, as above so below. So you have all the same stops that you have to make in at the top and the bottom of the tree. However, the bottom of the tree obviously is the part, you see, that's the part that appears to be real, appears to be living. And then you have the wood part that does not appear to be living. So this is both the tree of life and the tree of death represented in one. And it shows how you have a Keter on the bottom of the tree, at the bottom of the tree of death. You have a Keter at the top of the tree of life. There's two places. So this is the whole thing. Like, if you understand anything about holographic universal theory, this will make sense to you. But many people haven't studied any of the the actual mechanisms of how the Most High works. So my thing has always been, I want to know how. Like, I believe, I don't have no problems with that, but I want to know how. And I know there's got to be an explanation. So that's where you get into the holographic universal theory. That's Nassim Haramein. He did that. And if you can apply that with your anthroposophy, wrap that in with some good old, Big Judah style theology, then you have a pretty good understanding of what's going on, which is why a lot of this stuff makes sense. I'm able to take it and run with it because I've done a lot of research, softening my brain up so that I don't have to question every single thing. Like, I don't know how every single thing works, but I'm okay with not knowing. And a lot of people who are highly educated, they're not okay with not knowing. They want to know how it works. That's why a lot of experiments aren't replicatable in scientific settings, because you can't have the spirit, the angels can't communicate with you in a scientific setting because it's too sterile. That's not how it works. You need organic matter. Again, this goes back to being able to square the circle, because that's a very, very difficult task to do if all you have is the square. But if you start with the circle and you square the circle from the inside by doing the circle first and then doing the square after that. Let me look at this thing one more time. Right. So, see, they have the circle squared on two different accounts. They did a circle on the outside, then they put a square inside the circle. But see, anyway, that's a whole nother. I won't get into that because I've already gone on too long about this. But the point of the matter is, it takes research and doing physical activity, and the physical activity, because remember, the Most High took 7 days to make this planet, so you have to sort of go back through that and experience it yourself in order to have some sort of understanding of what the mind of the Most High or even what the mind of Christ is like. And so if you're not physically doing stuff, building stuff, making stuff, then you're not going to be able to get that godlike experience, which is why you have some of the brothers that are more in tune with their godlike abilities because they physically do stuff. And us over here, we're still talking about reading books. You know, the books and nothing is wrong with scholarship. I'm not saying that, but the books are not the end all be all. You have to physically go out and do the works because faith, which is books, without works, which is actions, is dead. As long as you're reading books and you're intellectualizing about it and you have no action, you're not gonna get anywhere. This is just like I wasn't on a live stream. I will be on one soon, but I was in the chat of a live stream, BTR live stream, and they were intellectualizing religion. And I was like, you guys don't have not ever experienced religion because here you are talking about it from an intellectual perspective. That's not how it's done. We need to talk about it from a physical, that's how it's done perspective. And you guys are talking about it from some intellectual think tank style thing. Like, no, that's not how you experience the Most High. And that's the problem with a lot of Gentiles. They've never experienced the Most High because they intellectualize him. Can't intellectualize the Most High. You got to go out there and be the Most High. Be the Most High for yourself. That's a whole nother thing. Let's do the blessing of the Sephiroth, because when I'm going to get into that, that's going to be a whole nother 30 minutes. So, blessing of the Sephiroth. Blessed be the light beyond all being. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Keter. Blessed be the breathing of origination. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Chokma. Blessed be eternal wisdom. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Bina. Blessed be omniscient understanding. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Chesed. Blessed be perpetual compassion. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Gevurah. Blessed be almighty justice. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Tiferet. Blessed be transcendent beauty. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Netzach. Blessed be unceasing victory. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Had. Blessed be surpassing glory. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Yesod. Blessed be infallible foundation. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Malchut. Blessed be all life throughout the kingdom. Forever blessed be the mighty one. All praise, all glory, and all honor goes to the Most High, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We thank you for allowing us to speak with the angels, and we would like to report back that they have fulfilled the covenant, and therefore we would like that to be noted to their records. We say thank you to the Holy Mother for always being with us and guiding us. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother, Yahweh, who came through the reading. What's up, man? For setting that perfect example. And of course, to the angels, we thank you guys so much for all of your hard work. We have let the Most High know that you fulfilled the covenant, and we are eternally grateful and thankful for all of your work and service to us and to the kingdom. Let God be praised in the beginning and the end. Who supplicates him, he will neither despise nor refuse. God above us, God before us, God possessing all things. May the Father of heaven grant us a portion of mercy. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Lo'olam Vayed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom throughout eternity. Ha Rashaman Hu Yashazir Lanu Avodat Biet Hamikdash Lemkoma Bimhira Biyamanu Omen 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 and Selah. May the merciful one restore unto us the service of his holy temple to its place speedily and in our days. Amen, 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 and Selah. To the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High is your peace. Shalom, everyone. We'll see you for the reading tomorrow morning at Thamor.